Okay, I'm Gary, and we're back here at Shiloh Winery. As I said, we're here again with Amichai and with Meir, and we're in their tank room right now, and this is where some of the magic that goes into the bottle happens. We've been to a bunch of larger tank rooms, and so we've seen some vast, massive tanks, 40,000-ton tanks, and here you guys just look like a little backyard operation. What can you tell us about these tanks that you have in here, and what goes on in here, and how you do them? And do you got the pump overs, or do you get up on them tanks and do you do some punch downs? I mean, what do you want to tell us about the tank room?
Well, a lot of small tanks is part of the magic.
Part of the magic.
Because that way we can harvest a lot of different kinds of grapes from different vineyards and different times, and then afterwards blend out of different kinds of grapes. Like I can take Cabernet Sauvignon from a certain vineyard, I can harvest part of it in a certain day and then wait for a little later harvest about a week or two after. Different tanks, fermentation is separate, and that way it goes into the barrels separately, and then I have more magic to play with to make special blends.
So with all these medals that you've recently won, when all the big wineries come after you and say, we want to hire you and pay you the big bucks, you're not going, because the magic starts by making this small batch and having really good...
He's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, well, so this is the tank room at Shiloh Winery, and we're going to move on to our next stop. So we're, again, back with the good folks at Shiloh, and we're chilling, as you can tell. We're hanging out in a bunch of barrels in the barrel room. And we wanted to talk a little bit with Meir and Amichai about the different barrels that they have in here and how they maintain their barrels. And what can you guys tell us about the barrel room and how you come in here and hang out and stack your barrels high and create this real cool feeling in here?
Well, it is the funnest part of in the winery is the barrel room. From just setting everything up and also the barrel tastings. It's the coolest part of making wine. Blending the barrels is the most challenging part of making wine. The truth is, this is our main barrel room, but we have three. We have the luxury here, even though we're a small boutique winery, but we have the luxury of different barrel rooms and different temperatures, and that way we get to the best wine we can make.
Okay, very cool. And as I'm looking around, I'm seeing you have different makers on some of these barrels. Is that something that you're still learning, that you've played with, that you've really decided, hey, these are the producers that I like best? There's some French oak, I see an American oak barrel.
We found that mostly we use French oak. Okay. There are different kinds of toasting of the barrel, and you get different kinds of aroma.
Light toast, heavy toast, where they flame up the inside of the barrel and they really kind of char the inside a little bit, or...
And even though that's something that's been done for many years, there's still new technologies in it, using different heats for different lengths of time, and you get different flavors from the oak. It's amazing,
Very interesting. It actually makes sense for, for people who like to cook. You can cook things. You want to cook it at a really high temperature for a really short time, or a really low temperature for a long time. So it makes sense. You would get different flavors, and it would bring out accentuate different things in the barrel with the toasting. That's a pretty interesting point. So we know, Amichai, that you don't make wines just to win medals, but it doesn't hurt. Want to tell us a little bit about some of the medals that you've won on this recent competition?
Well, first of all, the most important thing is that it feels good.
Feels good. It does feel good.
We've been winning medals every year. The Mosaic won last year. This year, the Shiloh series won a Best Value medal. What's special about these three medals that we just won is basically we won the gold medal. And not just it's a gold medal, it's first place. And not just that, is basically we took the most three important medals in the competition: the Cabernet, the Merlot, and the Shiraz.
Really amazing, all for 2011.
It never happened in the history of the competition that one winery took all these medals. First time that it
was tasted blind by the judges?
Yes, it's blind tasting. Not just blind tasting, we're also competing against all the wineries.
Give me something new and exciting.
Barbera.
Yeah.
I think it's we made for the first time a straight Merlot also in the Shiloh series. The Mosaic, the first time we came out with the flagship wine of the winery, 2006. We've aged it for 2.5 years in the bottle before we decided to release it. It's been going through tastings every couple of months to see, wait a second, did we get to where we want to
So you've been holding out on us. You had this really special wine, and you had this special blend, and you've been holding out. Keeping it all for yourselves and enjoying it here in the winery.
It was very
We can share whoever comes to Israel.
That's a good point. So if you're going to share it to whoever comes, maybe you want to tell the video camera, everyone out there who wants to come, how can they find you?
You're more than welcome to Shiloh. You can look at that webpage, www.shilohwinery.com. You have a map how to get there from Jerusalem, from Tel Aviv. You can always call, and we'll be more than happy to have you here. It's not a coincidence that the Mishkan used to be here. We're going to take you guys there.
And let's go check out the Mishkan.
All right.
Of which, great. Well, thank you for having us in here.
Pleasure.
Let's see how much wine I can carry underneath my arms, and we'll be on our way.
I help you.